Chris, this is Muller Plays. We're doing the Sutton United Challenge, and it's time for the FA Cup. And then we've got a big game in the league against one of our main opposition. Okay, we're back, and we have some transfer news. Henry Timmy Davies has joined Weymouth on loan. They're paying £1,000 for his wages each month, so it's reduced our wage bill. With that, we've managed to bring in a couple more players. It's Sam Pearson, a 23-year-old Welsh winger. He can play both left and right. And then we've also brought in some more experience in Marvin Johnson on a 3-year contract. At £925 a week, it's not too bad. He can play left back, he can play wing back, he can play left midfield, left winger, also as a centre back, so and most other positions as well. So we've got a number of positions covered there. He's a super utility and quite a decent one as it is. And he brings a wealth of experience, having played for Sheffield Wednesday, Middlesbrough, Sheffield United, Oxford United, Motherwell, and then back in the non-league with Kidderminster, Hensford, Romulus, Coleshill and Solihull Millslook. So he's really been around, and the last few years have plenty of experience, including 16 games in the Championship last season. So all in all, not a bad buy. On the transfers out, we also have agreed to give away Steve Arnold and his £1,000 a week wages to Carlisle 1st of January, and Harry Arter is going to Halifax same day. That clears out another £1,000 a week in wages. So all in all, we are currently under budget, which is good. Come January, we're going to drop well down, so we're going to have some wiggle room there as well. So all good, so we can be able to continue to add players as and when we need them. Schedule-wise, the last game we played was against York City. It was dreadful. It was rotated, having played on the Saturday against Yeovil. So we have been doing all right in the league and in the FA Cup. So we're progressing quite nicely. The league itself, we are top. We have 36 points. Barnet in second with 32. We're all played on equal games now, so that's all good. And we are now 5-2 to win the league effectively. So the bookies are starting to favour us. We have French, we have Johnson in the Dream 11. French is now our best player. He's the 4th best player in the league. He is just getting better and better. Marvin Johnson appears in that list as well. So all in all, we're doing quite well. Mike Penders, he is. So that's the current state of affairs. We today, as you saw there, are playing Newport County. We are against a team in League 2, a complete tier above us, but one place separates us. So it could be that with them on poor form, I hope they're on poor form, I have to check, or they've won their last game, but prior to that, they had lost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 on the bounce in the league. So in actual fact, haven't had a league win other than that Tranmere game. So that was their first league win. If we actually have a look at the table, we can see they're on 10 points, 7 draws, 1 win. Them and Walsall are down at the bottom, and Halifax are just above them. So we know Halifax were a decent side last season. We are obviously a better team than we were last season. So fingers crossed, it's going to be a good game. And without further ado, I'll get the team picked. See you just before kickoff. Here's the team then. It's Foster in goal, French, Muller, Grimes and Marvin Johnson make up the back four. Wells, Morrison, Williamson and O'Reilly are our 3 in central midfield. Miller's on the left, Coley's on the right, and Andrews is up front. They're all starting to gel together now, and French is just, like I say, is becoming better and better every week we play. So I wouldn't be surprised if one of the league clubs come in for him in the January window. Right, let's get on and see how we get on against league opposition. Just a shame that they won their last game. Otherwise, we could potentially be coming in with a better form, but Our last game against York was very poor. French works his way through, centres to Andrews, and Andrews with a thunderous strike. This time it's with his foot, which is unusual for him. He's mainly header of the ball. It wasn't great work from French, but he kept at it. One touch, but Andrews sets himself and then wham, smashes the ball into the back of the net. And judging by that, it's not a very big crowd. No, 2,300. Here comes French now down the right. Back to Wells Morrison. Wells Morrison into O'Reilly. Back to French. French cuts towards the box. O'Reilly. Back to French into the box. He's been hauled down. Should be a booking, surely, referee. It's not. It is a penalty, though. It should be Wells Morrison. It is. He steps up and the keeper just doesn't move. Jack Wells Morrison, his 6th of the season. It's 2-0. We are cruising at the moment. Hopefully it carries on. Can't afford to let him back in. 2-0, dangerous score. We really need that third goal. Could this be it? Josh Andrews' header. Oh, it was a Josh Andrews header, but he just couldn't get on top of it. It was underneath, and instead it went high and wide. Abula is getting quite tired. Hopefully a few more of their players will get quite tired and we can maintain our stranglehold on this game. So we're now building. Grimes out wide to Marvin Johnson, the 33-year-old, lays it off to Miller and then carries on with his run. Not a great ball from Marvin Johnson. It's given Newport the chance to counter. Baker Richardson shoots, but it's well wide. And now we've lost French. Marvellous. We do have Finn Tonks. Not ideal, that. No, my luck, he'll be out for 3 months or so. So they've made a double change at half time. It is the first round of the FA Cup, so we should be able to make 5 subs today, which is going to be lovely. So we can use the likes of Tom Davis. He can reclaim his spot at left back. And anyone else particularly tired? Ideally, we want to take Miller off at some point. Oh, and we've scored, so let's quickly get Pearson on for Miller. Confirm that. It was a scorcher. And let's see the replay. Coley's long throw to Grimes. Grimes back to Coley. Coley back to Grimes. Miller. Grimes shoots. Thunders off the bar into the back of the net. 3-0. Not bad for a centre-back. At 3-0, I'm a lot more confident, in which case we can make the last 2 changes. Danny can come on for O'Reilly and Johnson for Muller. There we have it. Our bench has been emptied. We're at them. And we have been by far the better team. We're controlling possession. And there's Andrews' second of the game. That's more like it. A corner to the near post. Our big boy Andrews attacks it. Beats his man. Gets to it. Acres of space and just nuts it in just inside the inside post. And you just got to question what Carney was doing. He did exactly the same thing for the penalty. No wonder they are bottom of the league. So Wells Morrison, can he find? Oh, that's a tremendous save from the keeper. He's been flapping mightily in this game, but that was a cracking save. Just as I was trying to tee up Andrews. Williamson now, he sets it for Grimes and now Tonks. Down the line, is it? No, Tonks is going on his own. Centres, but not a great centre. Wells Morrison picks up. Down to Coley. Coley. Centres now. Andrews. And there's his hat-trick. The big boy with a hat-trick. His 13th of the season. Despite having a Oh no, this is all cups. I think he's got 10 in the league. So he's having a great season. And hopefully we can keep feeding him. If it carries on like this, we could be aiming for sort of 25, 30 goals. But that is a fine win. We've beaten league opposition. We're just proving that we have got a very good squad together. 5-0. We're through to the second round of the FA Cup. We'll just look forward to seeing who we've got in the draw. 3 weeks, it's not the end of the world. We'll give young Josh Andrews a pat on the back. Yeah, 13 in 14, 10 in 12 in the league. All in all, he's doing quite well. Right, we'll be back for the FA Cup draw, and then it's Barnet. Here it is then, it's the FA Cup second round draw. We'll start the draw. Robert Prozagnecki. What a name, what a blast from the past, what a superb player he was. He's drawing the teams. It's Sheffield Wednesday versus Northampton. It's Lincoln or Bradford versus Salford or Cheltenham. It's Ebbsfleet or Dorking versus Southend or Halifax. Gateshead versus Swindon. Wrexham or Notts County versus Burton. Shrewsbury versus Barnsley. Leyton Orient versus Barnet or Bristol Rovers. Wigan versus Colchester. We've avoided them. Right, we're at home, so fingers crossed against a non-league team. Who have we got left in there? Kidderminster Marine. Altrincham or Farsley would be nice. Spennymoor are through, so perhaps Spennymoor. That's pretty much it. And it is Rotherham or Darlington. Marvellous. There we go. Right. So Rotherham or Darlington in the second round of the FA Cup. And that's going to take place on the 11th, he says confidently. FA Cup, there it goes, the Saturday the 11th of November. Right, okay, we'll be back for the Barnet game. Seems as if the players know when I'm coming back for a game to be shown. They always just have a draw beforehand. Hopefully, we'll get something similar to the Newport County game then. So, yeah, we beat Gateshead comfortably, and then a bit more of a struggle against Eastleigh. But we remain top of the league, and Barnet are in second, so they're 2 points behind us. Big game. Win. We have a 5-point gap over them. Lose, and we're no longer top. Right, I'll get the team picked, and we'll see you just before kick-off. And here's the team. It's Foster in goal with Tonks, Muller, Grimes and Johnson making up the back four. Jenks, Donnell and O'Reilly are our three in midfield. Coley's on the right, Miller's on the left, and Andrews obtains his place up front. So, a bit of rotation through the games. Hopefully, we're a lot fitter than our opposition. Having played, well, we've now played three games in a week, so it's fingers crossed Barnet are in a similar situation. So this could be a big game. If we can get the better of Barnet, we can actually sort of push on and hopefully really start pulling away from the field and get this promotion, which is what it's all about. We need to get promoted this year. Tonks to O'Reilly, inside to Muller. Yanks, nice bit of play. Donnell finds Grimes and it goes over to Marvin Johnson. Marvin Johnson down the left. Back to Grimes, back to Johnson. Johnson plays in back to Foster. So we're keeping it, we're knocking it around at the back. Jenks finds Coley. First time touch to O'Reilly, back to Coley. Coley on his way, but then he turns around, finds Tonks, and it's going back again. Jenks and Muller. Boring me. I don't know about you lot, but they're certainly boring me. Muller to O'Reilly. O'Reilly into the box. He's been hauled down. Chang, I think that's one of the players I was trying to sign on loan earlier in the summer. So Marvin Johnson runs up, slots home. I think that's his first. It is. He's off the mark. We're off the mark. A 1-0 lead. And after that mega highlight, we did actually get a goal out of it, so not all too bad. Apparently Sutton are enjoying themselves now. Superb move. No highlight from it. So that's half time. We are ahead at the half. Josh Andrews isn't playing particularly well. We'll leave it as is for the time being. Simply because he could get his head on one of these corners. Oh my gosh, Josh Coley. His first goal of the season's an absolute stunner. He's thunder whacked that. Don't actually want to say what I was going to say. So Johnson finds Coley about 18 yards, 19 yards out, and he's almost taken the back of the net off. 2-0. Hopefully that's a nail in Barnett's coffin. Solihull Mills 2-0 up against Scunthorpe. It's Coley with the long throw. He finds Grimes, back to Coley. To Jenks, to Grimes. He's shot. Jamie Grimes is becoming quite decent. That's a great effort from the edge of the box. Grimes to Coley, to Jenks, to Grimes. No, he's outside the box, look. That's about 20-yarder. Keeper could perhaps have done better, but hey-ho, we don't mind that at all. 3-0, and it all looks a little bit better. System was saying something, Grimes on a suspension. I don't mind that. He can get suspended for all I care. Right, Coley is playing well. Miller we haven't seen much of, so we'll get Pearson on. We'll get Wheatley on as well, just to offer something a little bit different up front. And then we've got a third sub we can save for a little bit. At 3-0 up, we are pretty much cruising now. We've gone into cruise control. Do we take a defender off? Or do we get Asa Gordon on? We'll get Asa Gordon on anyway for Muller. Danelle can drop into there. Gordon can become a box-to-boxer. And we'll leave it like that. Coley, his long throw is cleared by Hartigan. Tonks wins the race. Back to Foster. Foster, not the greatest of kicks. It's going to be Barnett on the attack. Brunt to Francis. All over the top. Tonks kind of clears, but not the greatest. And now Chapman is going to shoot and score. Harry Chapman scores. It's 3-1. There's 8 minutes to go. Not ideal. We'll drop that onto balanced. Oh no. This isn't good. We don't like this. They're going to get another one, aren't they? Pearson hammers the ball forwards. Balls to the keeper, Hayes. Hayes hammers it back. Johnson wins the header. Gordon in midfield grabs it. Finds Donnell. O'Reilly. Coley into Wheatley. Wheatley is more mobile than Josh Andrews. And Wheatley, what a fine goal from him. He does offer something completely different. The only concern here is O'Reilly. He's got that dreaded "I'm injured" next to him. But a fine goal, 4-1, and I think we are quite happy now. We'll give him some praise. We'll even take the tempo right down. This Grimes is second. He's going to get onto the head of Coley's corner. He is. Look at that. I called it. Grimes is 6th of the season. He did actually score a hat-trick in one game. Not bad for a centre-back. Then he scored that screamer from the edge of the box, and then 2 today. There's his 6 goals. 5-1. Not quite the 5-0 thumping that we did to Newport County, but that's sort of some statement, isn't it? a fine performance so far. The ball over the top to Chapman, though. He could get another, but Foster with a great save. Tonks now down the line to Coley. Coley will take O'Reilly off. No point worrying about him. There we go. A fine win. We are top of the league. 5 points clear now. So we have some daylight. Oldham are a further 4 points back, along with Solihull Moors. So, yeah, the cream's rising and we have risen. So, we've had a good start to the season. Hopefully it will continue. Holy, what a player he was. Right, okay. That's it for today then. We will be back maybe for the FA Cup, I'm not sure. I'm not too bothered by either the FA Cup or the FA Trophy. So perhaps we'll look at Hartlepool, or perhaps we'll go into January. We'll just see how the state of affairs are. I'll try and jump forward a bit, see if we can, unless of course we start losing. And then we'll come back a bit sooner. Right, thanks for watching. We'll catch you on the next one. Until then, ta-da.